Hey everybody, welcome back to Auto Scholar Mr. B. I'm Mr. B, and today we are getting rid of these ugly 15-inch wheels that I have on my 2004 B5 Passat, and we are upgrading to the Heritage wheel. So the Heritage wheel comes on some of the later base model Volkswagen Beetles that Volkswagen sold in North America. It is a 17-inch wheel, and I'm choosing a 215/55 R17 tire to go on this wheel. I think it's going to fit it nicely, and that's actually the factory size for the Beetles that run the Heritage wheels. So the Heritage wheels normally come in a few different colors, but the ones that I got are black. So I didn't think that black was going to look as good on this car as silver. I wanted to kind of do a throwback style wheel on this vehicle. So the old school Beetle wheels were silver. So I'm going to show you guys how I painted the wheels and got them that silver color. Now I'm going to paint these wheels myself, but if you're looking for more of a professional look, I suggest you contact your body shop if you have a set of wheels to get painted. They're about $50 to $100 a piece, depending on who you ask on the painting for those. But I just decided this is kind of my beater car anyway. I don't drive it much, so I just decided to use some VHT high temperature wheel paint and paint these myself. So the biggest thing on that is just to get your prep work right. Go ahead and get the wheels cleaned up. You want zero grease, zero water, nothing on the wheels. You go to spray the wheels and take your time. So don't forget to like this video if it teaches you anything, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started on the wheels. Okay, so what I've done already is I've cleaned and degreased these wheels. The wheels weren't on the original car very long before the customer went ahead and changed the wheels out for different wheels. They didn't like these wheels, but I love them. So I degreased them with purple power and then wiped down with some mineral spirits, let that dry, and I've scuffed the surface here just with a Scotch-Brite pad just to get the paint to adhere to the powder coat. So the paint I'm using is VHT high temperature wheel paint, and it's the Argent Silver. And I've used this paint for years, and it works pretty well. So the only thing I recommend is not using really harsh chemicals when you're cleaning these wheels, and you really shouldn't have to. All you'll really have to do is just wipe down these wheels like you would any other part of the car, and they should come clean. So definitely want to shake the can. Don't want any globs or spots. And what I normally do is I paint the backside first. I don't necessarily paint this area right here because it's not ever going to be seen, but you want to go ahead and remove any wheel weights that are on there, anything like that, get it out of the way. Just real quick, you want to check your paint spray pattern, and very lightly you want multiple coats instead of just one coat, multiple thin coats. Let them dry for a few minutes in between coats. Just like that, and we'll let it dry. After about 5 minutes, what I normally do is I turn the wheel and you may have something to keep it from rolling. I just go ahead and hit it again. You don't want to get too close on it or the paint will run. I also don't paint the inside of this hub right here. I try to not get any paint on that. You may want to mask it off, but I don't want to change anything when it comes to any contact with the brake rotor. And we're going to wait another 5 minutes and put probably one more coat on, and then we're going to turn it around. And every time you put another coat on, you want to rotate the wheel. That way you're getting all the areas with this paint. Now you can get these done professionally. If you want to take them to a body shop, they are anywhere from $50 to $100 a piece to get painted. So I definitely recommend this if you're trying to color match these to your car. We'll let that dry and then we'll do the front. Now the front, you're going to want to be really good at doing this because this is the part that shows. This is why I also do the back first. That way if I have to fine tune anything or if my paint's messing up or something like that, I'm doing the back first and I can make my mistakes there and nobody's going to see it. On the front, more you need to worry about is in here, all these little spots right there that need to be painted as well. So again, light coats, lots of coats. So I normally do 4 or 5 coats on the front just to make sure that I got everything. And you're just clouding it out. Make sure to get it from all the different angles. And we're going to let that dry. Second coat. Shouldn't really have full coverage at the moment. And we're just clouding each layer. Okay, so now we are going to rotate this wheel. Again, you should be rotating in between coats. That way you're getting everything from every angle. And the thing with the Heritage wheels is not a whole lot of this silver is actually going to be showing. So you have the beauty rings, which some people run. I'm going to run them because I got them. But a lot of people that build these sets from scratch, they don't put them on because they're expensive. So these hubcaps are about $100 to $125 a piece, and the beauty rings are about $75 a piece. So a lot of people don't want to spend the extra money to put the beauty rings on. You'll let that dry, put on about 2 more coats. Okay, got the final coat of paint on these, so I'm gonna let these dry before I put the tires on them. But what you'll get finished product with the cap on and everything, it's going to look like this. So big difference between the black wheels. I like the definition. I like the way it looks. But you can keep yours black or paint them the same color as your car or a contrasting color, anything like that. But I think it does add a lot of character to the car. Let's go ahead and get these tires on. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get these mounted and balanced up. I want to tell you a little bit about these tires. Now, I picked the size, it's 215/55 R17. So that's the factory size for this wheel for a new Beetle. And I went ahead and test fit on the front, and I don't see any fitment issues. You may want to go, I would not go any higher profile than this. This is about the largest tire I would put on the vehicle. I still want some comfort. I still want a smooth ride, so I went with this. Now the tire is a Salem Altrezzo SH406. It is I've never heard of this tire before, but the reviews were actually pretty good on it. And I'm not looking for something high performance. If you're looking for a high performance vehicle tire, I'm gonna go ahead and put the link above me right here. And the Firestone Firehawk Indy 500 tires that I'm running on my GLI right now have been fantastic for the price. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that link up there. You can watch that video at your leisure. But right now we're just trying to get this car rolling and rolling smooth. So I'm gonna go ahead and balance these and stick them on the car. Then I'll pull the car out front and we'll do a walk around the vehicle and I'll show you what these things look like on the car. So here she is. New wheels I took for a test drive. Absolutely no scrub whatsoever. And from what I can see, can really benefit from a little bit of a lower. So I'm gonna look and see what kind of springs I can put on here to get this thing a little bit lower, to get that wheel gap gone. But I am super impressed with the look on this car. And now all we gotta do is get the stance a little bit better on it. and I think she will definitely turn some heads. Or not. Well, that about does it for Auto Scholar Mr. B for today. If you can, give me a like on this video if it taught you anything, and of course subscribe to the channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, VK. I'm on there all the time. I'm putting some other content up there, so if you check me out there, you'll see some stuff that you won't see on my YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, and I'll do the best I can to get the answer to you as soon as possible. I'm going to see you next time on Auto Scholar with Mr. B.